the key, isn't it? Particularly if you build some sort of lead, Sean. Sometimes the safety shot is the right shot to play. Just nurse that lead, keep your opponent under pressure, make him make the running.
Yeah, and it's really funny actually as well, because I remember when I started playing in the Premier League. Oh, hello. Talking about waiting.
Yeah, that was a safety shot with a difference. He got the cue ball back towards the ball.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's just sort of, that's a great shot. I mean, you'd never play that in another event, but you sort of feel pressured into playing shots like that because of the clock. And I remember when I started playing in the Premier League all those years ago, you know, you see that clock counting down and it sort of gives you that impression you've got to get on with it. Actually, you know, 15 seconds is a good enough amount of time to play most shots, and I think a lot of players are sort of getting used to it now.
I think that's the point, isn't it? 15 seconds is actually more than it sounds, but when you're out there, down there in front of that baying audience, you just feel the need to get a hurry on.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's good. The crowd are having a great time, and I wish more events were like this, I have to say. I love it.
Stalemate broken. Tepchire strikes first.
That's a fabulous shot. If he doesn't get the pot, he doesn't get the gap between the red and the black. That had to go in. That's a great shot.
Needs another good one. That was well cued as well. Well, of course, you're a semi-finalist in this event in the past, so you've had some previous here in having some success.
Yeah, and I think the real, I mean, listen, I'm not a winner of this event. I wouldn't want to proclaim to be such, but I think you've got to embrace it. I think you've got to enjoy it, and you know, it isn't like all the other ranking events. It's completely different. You've got to enjoy it. It's a bit like almost like an exhibition. You've got to embrace the crowd, embrace the banter, embrace it. You know, embrace it. Have a good time, and if you get any chances, knock a few balls in.
Well, when he gets on a roll, Tepchire can do damage very quickly, so this will be cause for concern for the Milkman.
Not sure if that cannon's worked out quite. He played for the red to the left corner. He's got the reserve red to the centre pocket.
But it's high. Well, that's an opportunity missed, so Milkins, who of course made the final in the very first shoot way back in 2011, losing to Martin Gould, gets his chance. Twice he's beaten Neil Robertson at the World Championship. That takes some doing. And of course he's made 6 ranking semi-finals as well. Never quite made a final. Of course, when he won or got to the final of this, it wasn't a ranking event. That's only happened in the last couple of seasons. But no.
Yeah, just played himself into trouble from the very first shot. Was short in the blue, and then he was always struggling from then. But both players had a chance now. Tepchire in with a easy chance. If this were a normal match, you'd expect him to go on and win the frame here, but this is anything but normal. Oh, look at the left-hand side he had on that ball there. Finished over near those 2 reds. He didn't mean to be that far over. Neither of these are missable now. That's a wonderful shot. Do you know, most players would have played that on and off the cushion with the cue ball. To get through the white, to drop it in like that was, well, it was Mark Williams-esque.
Just floated it in, didn't he?
I'd never be playing that shot. Not in a million. You couldn't pay me to play that shot like that. I'd have to hit it.
I'm not going to talk too much about your season, Sean, because it's not been your best.
There's not much to say.
Well, you played really well in Glasgow. You made the final.
Yeah, no, listen, it's the worst season of my life, and all I can do is keep trying, keep practicing, keep hoping that it turns, and, you know, keep turning up and giving my best. I can't do any more than that. But yeah, listen, if anyone out there's got any answers, send them in, because I'm on fumes at the minute.
Well, I was just going to ask you, is there anything at all that you can put your finger on? But I guess if you could, you'd have done so.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, as I say, I've got a great team around me, a real supportive group, network of friends and family and coaches and all the rest of it. And, you know, we're all sort of scratching our heads at the moment. You know, sport's not an exact science, is it? And hard work doesn't entitle you to victories. Everyone else is very good as well. So just have to keep trying and keep hoping.
Meanwhile, Tepchire
39.
doing his damage quickly here, moving towards the winning line. 52 in front, 59 with the black. Only 67 left, so
Is that to pull up?
yeah, just one red.
46.
His opponent will need a snooker.
No, near jaw. Red's just cannon the pink. I don't think he can
Turn
get
46.
to the red behind the pink enough to cut it in. No, he can't.
Well, this
Plenty
is
of time
take...
left, though, for Robert here, if he does get a chance.
Yeah, the problem is the reds, isn't it? They're in a right mess, although that might help his cause. I don't know if it's a snooker or not. Probably not. If the reds were out in the open, you'd fancy Milkins to pull something off if he could get in, but going to take a bit of potting at the moment. That's assuming he gets a chance. Well, that surely seals the deal for the tie.
1.
He's dropped down the rankings a bit recently. He has been a top 32 player. He's currently at 53, but he's just showing everyone how talented he is.
Certainly one of the most gifted players we've ever seen. You know, he's right up there with your Jimmy Whites and Ronnie O'Sullivans and Higginses
15.
for talent. You know, he really is a talented lad. Great to watch. Makes the game look ridiculously easy when he's in full stroke, like ridiculous. But beginning to enjoy it now over the line, obviously, with a smile on his face. Bit of a Mark Williams shot.
Yeah, the under the body shot, which 3 times and reigning world champion Williams has made his own, but that was a pretty emphatic way to clinch victory for Tepchire, and do a break of 46, doing most of the damage. Rob Milkins had a couple of half chances, couldn't make the most of them though, and Tepchire, the quickest player on the tour, wins handsomely.